remote viewing. Okay, our next step is to look at getting the remote viewing up and running so that you can view it on your mobile phone or tablet. So to do that, we need to go into our system settings and into our network settings over here on the left. So the first page here under basic setting shows you we only have one LAN card here, shows us our basic information on the network. We've got DHCP enabled and our IP addresses are in through here. We're using our DNS range. This is all basically default apart from this in through here, which we set up earlier on. Now through these tabs here, we've got a range of different ones. Let's look at DDNS. We're not using a dynamic DNS service here. You may have to, depending on your modem and router and your particular network. But that's beyond the scope of this basic setup, so we'll leave that for now. You can set up email accounts here to trigger emails when certain events happen. Again, not something we're going to cover in our basic setup video today. Under our advanced setting, we've got the next one you need to look for. So under advanced, there are two options, in fact: enable triple PoE, which I'm not going to touch today, and then enable UPnP. That's universal plug and play. It's a particular format that allows this NVR to talk with a modem router that also recognizes UPnP and pass through the information that it needs to connect to the internet, essentially. So this is the way that you set up a peer-to-peer viewing very, very simply. So I'm going to enable UPnP here. You can see my status here is ineffective. In other words, it's not working right now. And if I save that down the bottom, save. Now this device and my modem router are going to start talking to each other and saying, I want these ports, I want the internal IP address assigned with those ports, and here we go. And you can see that we've got UPnP status is up and running now. So in theory, this is ready to go to be viewed remotely. So to do that, we'll jump across to our management platform. And now under this, we have two ways of viewing it: via a website, so go to the IP address of the device. We've also got FSEYE. FSEYE is the app that we use for remote viewing. It's also used for local viewing if you're on the same Wi-Fi network. Through this, we've got two ways of locating this device: the device serial number or the QR name. The QR name and these two are interchangeable as far as FSEYE is concerned. So open up the FSEYE app. If you've registered an account with them, you can log in that way, or you can do a local login. Local login still means you can view remotely. It just means that you don't have an account with FSEYE. It's not required to have one of those accounts to view this thing, as I said. So once you're in, you are on the device manager page in the app, and up in the top right hand corner there will be a little plus icon. If you hit that plus icon, that allows you to add a new device. From the next screen you can select a name for your device, so Ben's Home NVR for example. The next line is the device information or device ID. So if you tap the QR code that's on that line and scan this QR code here on the left hand side, the device will talk, we'll see each other. Then you'll need to put in the username and password, admin, and the password 888888 or whatever you've chosen, and then you're ready for remote viewing. If you don't have physical access to the device locally, you can also put in the serial number that's here. And once you've put that in, the same username and password again, then you'll be able to see this device remotely. Save the details in the app, and it should say saved successfully. Go back to the device manager screen, tap on your device, Ben's Home NVR, and then you should be able to swipe through the cameras there successfully. Now the problems that come with this one are universal plug and play isn't enabled in every modem and router. You may need to check and see if yours supports it. It may also be locked out by your internet service provider, or if you're in a corporate network, you may not have access to that whatsoever, in which case you need to get into port forwarding and forward through the ports to enable viewing and control remotely. But in those sort of cases, it's usually best to talk to your corporate IT guys or to talk to your internet service provider. They may be able to talk you through a way to do it, or upload a custom firmware onto your modem router that enables this. And that is the basics of how to get remote viewing up and running.